7-minute talk that focuses on getting to the point. The objectives are to develop a speech. I should have. Well, I'm going to read the objectives for Linda. Oh. Go ahead, Linda. I messed up, sorry.
No, you don't.
Okay. Linda, please read the objectives of our speakers.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. The objectives of Kelly's speech this evening affirm, as we announced, the Confident Communicator project number 3, Get to the Point. The objectives are to select a speech topic and determine its general and specific purposes, organize the speech in a manner that best achieves those purposes, ensure the beginning, body, and conclusion reinforce the purposes, project sincerity and conviction, and control any nervousness you may feel. Strive not to use notes. 5 to 7 minutes.
All right. Thank you, Linda. Now we'll move on here. Our first speaker is working from the Competent Communicator Manual. All right. Let's skip that one. The Toastmaster motto is where leaders are made. Our speaker will discuss 5 traits of an effective leader. She calls these traits the Pearl Formula. They include being positive, enthusiastic, action-oriented, results-driven, and continuous learning. With the speech title, Leadership is Like a Pearl, let's welcome past District Governor, Distinguished Toastmaster, Kelly T. Norton.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. I just love Toastmaster International's new theme, Toastmasters, where leaders are made. Why do I love it so much? Because I truly believe in it. I believed in it before they even came up with it. Effective leaders have 5 traits. They form the Pearl Formula. So Pearl, I think you're really going to remember this. All right, let's see if this works. There we go. All right, Pearl. There we go. So the P, effective leaders are positive. They're happy people. They have pleasant ambience around them. Think about the leaders that you admire in your life. I bet they're positive, aren't they? Effective leaders are also enthusiastic. They have energy. They bring passion to their cause. And enthusiasm is contagious, so that spreads throughout the whole team. Action-oriented. Right? Effective leaders focus on the action, but you know what? They won't do anything they don't ask their team to do. They are team players. They'll get in the trenches, they'll get their hands dirty, and they'll get the work done. What about the R? Results driven. Effective leaders stay focused on the results. That really helps the team because we know we have so many distractions, as Wendy mentioned. We've got emails and phone calls, and we've got to check Facebook and all these other things. We've got so many distractions going on that effective leaders will help push all that aside and keep the team focused on the results. And the L stands for learning. Effective leaders continually learn. They ask questions. They're curious. They reinvent themselves. So Pearl, that makes an effective leader. Think about the leaders that you admire. Would you say they have all these traits? Probably. Now think about your leadership style and skills. Would someone say that you have all these 5 traits? If so, great. You're in the right spot because we need you here so you can mentor and serve as role models for us. If you're thinking, yeah, there might be a couple of these I'm missing, you know what? Take this coming Toastmaster year to focus on those. Why can you do that? And how can you do that? Because Toastmasters, where leaders are made. So why did I choose Pearl to frame these traits around? Well, because I believe that leaders and Pearls have a lot in common. First, they are both made, not born. Think about how a pearl comes to be. It's the result of an oyster's nurturing. Some sort of object comes in contact with that oyster. It could be a piece of sand, or it could be a piece of coral. That oyster totally transforms whatever that object was. And how does it do that? Well, it takes that object and it coats it with a layer of a smooth substance. And it does this day after day, time after time, nurturing after nurturing, and soon it has taken an object and totally transformed it into a pearl. And of course, you've all seen a pearl in an oyster. Well, think about us as members. We join Toastmasters and we totally transform ourselves through the process. We work on ourselves layer after layer, but that translates into serving as a club officer, serving on a committee, performing an HPL, stepping into district leadership, going through the Confident Communicator and the Confident Leader manuals. So that's how we transform ourselves. Leaders and Pearls are also alike in another way, in that no two are alike. Both are unique. You won't ever find a duplicate Pearl, and you'll never find two people who lead exactly the same way. So how does that come to be? Well, it comes to be for the Pearl because the Pearl has that layered structure I was talking about, and the light passes through each layer to the next level. And when it does that, it creates kind of a faint play of rainbow colors, a little dazzle. We call that the iridescence. Think about the leaders that inspire you. I bet they're iridescent. That comes from their layering, their depth of experience and compassion and skills that they have built. So to become the leader that you aspire to be, keep Pearl in mind. Be positive, enthusiastic, action-oriented, goal-focused, and of course, be a continual learner. That is how you will become the Pearl of the leader that you are destined to become. Mr. Toastmaster.
Wow, very good.